Hello and welcome back to Planet Crafter Humble. In our last episode, we spread around some additional miners so that we could collect some more metals more faster. And there is still, though, an issue with that process, so we need to work on that a little bit. And then also we've made some progress with all of our other terraforming stuff. And we're making some progress from amphibians toward mammals, almost at 800 giga TI now. And so I think we just need to keep working on terraforming to improve these stats even more. Oxygen's doing really good, so we don't really need to boost any of that. Heat, we might want to add some more heaters, might want to add some more pressure drills too, but I think key here and maybe major here is biomass related stuff, specifically still plant related stuff. Insects is doing really good, and then of course animals rather, but we do have a decent amount of fish and frogs, so maybe we can do a little bit more. But first, there was an update, and I was actually considering switching over to the development branch before recording this episode, but then they released the update on the live branch, so I didn't have to worry about it. But most of the things on here are related to either Selenia or Quartz, the two new moons, or related to kind of the way that the system TI rather than the planetary TI, Terraformation Index, works. But they did fix a couple things that affect us. One that doesn't quite affect us yet, but will soon. They divided animal food consumption by 2, so that animals consume half the food that they used to consume. So once we get to that point, we will be greatly appreciative of that. They also added, where is it at? I lost it now. A specific starform crate. Not visible on Humble. So one of the 3 that we still need to find apparently is still out there and was invisible, which is why I couldn't find it. So hopefully they have fixed that a little bit, so now that we can find it. And then finally, and most importantly, they have added a new poster in the big final safe, which I'm assuming they're referring to the one here in this ship, and then also in the biolabs on the beach. Which I'm not sure if that's referring to this base that's here submerged or these things that are over here. Either way, they have been reset, so we'll have to go and take a look at all 3 of those places potentially to see what we can find. But before we do that, the thing we have an issue with, which is still Pulsar Quartz, kind of almost and barely. Wait, are these not crafting now? Are autocrafters broken? No, that one's working. So there's still something missing in range. Missing from range, I guess. Osmium, zeolite, iridium, uranium, methane. I think I know which one it is. I think it's uranium. It is. And so the problem is no longer that we aren't mining enough, but I think it's now that we're not crushing enough. So I think we need to add a couple more crushers. Or uraninite and bauxite, or uraninite and then dolomite. But we're also going to need a couple of cobalts for each one. So let's add 2 more crushers. Actually, I think I'm going to add 2 uraninite crushers, and we'll see how backed up the dolomite actually gets. And then we need to grab some uraninite here. 1, 2 of that. Some bauxite here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. And then some dolomite. We're going to have to grab another one of those. Let's just wedge these in. I'm going to probably do a full rearrange of this section at some point here, but I don't want to do it right now, because I want to kind of see how many of these I'm going to need, and then kind of space them out better, maybe. Let's go right there, centered in this tile, centered so that, or positioned so that the line here, or the machine here is just on the line. And then we want this to request in, or demand in, uraninite, so that it can do that. Did we use it in normal? Yeah, we did. And then these we're providing at low. Okay. Everything at low. And then we'll do another one, not right there, but maybe wedge it in here. Also for uraninite. Where'd you go? There you are. And like I said, we'll get in here and do some cleanup of this. It's kind of perfect. Those are actually melded together. If I could find the spacing to make that perfectly lined up, which actually is not quite perfect, but it's close enough for government work. If I could find the spacing to make that perfect, I would. But yeah, it's okay. I'll go around here and we'll do everything at low. All right, so I think that should do. And then let's go down. Actually, let's go down to the beach and see if we can find these new posters in the in these wrecks, ruins, or places. It says the biolabs, which I think is the ones that are over there, but it doesn't hurt to make a quick stop in this place to see if there's anything new here or changed here, since it's kind of on the way to the one we know we need to deal with on the beach. So let's see. In, also drink, but in. Can I get in there? Thank you. I'm just basically at this point looking for like storages or poster on the wall. Either one. Because it was a little vague, I guess. Unclear wouldn't be the right word, but I think a little vague as to exactly what they meant by the second one, whether it was in a storage in that building or if it's in a, you know, something just on the wall. The one it said it's in the end storage, but the other one it was kind of a little bit open and vague. So yeah, it was anything in here. Okay, then let's go over to the beach, over to the oh, maybe it's up there. Is that a biolab? It's biolabs on the beach. Maybe it's this area? Selenia, butterfly there. Not this area either. None of these are biolabs though, like, so I'm not sure what they're meaning, because the biolab is like for us is the building we can build that looks like this. It's a biodome, but they say biolab, so I'm not sure. Now, because I don't remember seeing any of those here on the beach. But either way, we know we need to go in here, so we'll go in here. And then we'll go maybe over to the creepy beach area and see if we can find anything over there. And then otherwise, who knows? Maybe you all will have some thoughts or ideas or suggestions at that point. Down. I don't remember where the big end chest is, so we're just going to do the guide right thing here. And see where we end up finding, or see what we end up finding. Not you, clearly. Hey, there's some iron we left on the ground eons ago. That stuff doesn't despawn like it used to, or I thought it did. That's okay. Here. Unless they're just referring to like these parts of the ship. But it was an and. It wasn't like an additional descriptor. It was like a different thing. So I'm not entirely sure. Also getting a little bit of lag. Interesting. Not in there either. Be in here? No. I haven't been looking at the walls very well, though. But this one was pretty clearly stated that it was going to be in a chest at the end. Okay. I'm not seeing any chests at the end that might contain a poster that have been reset. So, unless that's not the big wreck they're talking about. The big final safe and in the biolabs on the beach. It has been reset. I thought that was the final one, unless there's one more that we don't know about yet. I don't know, maybe you all have a better interpretation of that than I do. It was a spoilered hint, so who knows, but I don't know that well, I guess we could go to the other ships. There's only like 3 more, so it wouldn't be that. out of the ordinary, but I don't know where else the final safe is for this planet. Unless, of course, like I said, I haven't been... Oh, we have also that, the underground wreck, too. Unless I haven't been there yet. But I thought we've been everywhere now. Unless something doesn't open up until later. Hard to say, I guess. But it's definitely implying there's one here on the beach someplace. So, this is the only other place that I can remember that is like a... I mean, there's that, but I don't think there was Biolab over there. That I can remember that's like a, you know, a man-made area, for lack of a better word. So, if it's not here, which I can't remember if it's up... There's some up and there's some down, I think. We have that ramp coming up here on the right someplace. And then there's ones down on the ground. Oh, they're there. Before the ramp, or they're at the bottom of this ramp. And there's some just below us here. Yep, so we'll come back this way and drop down after we go through these real quick. This is the only other thing I can think of they would refer to as a biolab is these. I guess these are biolabs. Those still aren't removable. Hello, poster K. Okay. Okay. Well then. Put that up when we get back to base. I'll check the other ones though still too. Who knows? Maybe the big final safe refers to something else. Or maybe it was just a weirdly worded hint. English isn't the first language of the developers, so it could just be something as simple as that. But if you have any other suggestions of where the big final safe could be, we'll go make another visit next time, I guess. See what that yields, but let's just quickly look through here. We might find something. Ooh, okay, okay, there's two of them in these, but it did say in the biolabs, plurals, so it's not outside of the realm of possibility to interpret that as there being two of them here. But as to where and how the big final safe is counted, I'm not sure. Can I get through here? Yes. Okay, good. All right, so we got two of them anyways. I'm gonna put those up in the base. And then I think we can work on the rocket site rebuild that we talked about last time, at the end of the last episode. And then if there's time left, we'll do some more terraformation expansion projects. This episode, if I don't get lost in myself here, this episode will probably be a little bit shorter than they have recently been. So yeah, and yeah, that did basically fill that island up with those trees, and they didn't go anywhere else. But we do probably need to move that Militia tree seed there, but I'm gonna wait until we start working on this project before we do that. So here, and until we need to move them, basically, and then we figure it out. So I've started a little platform here, and this platform is on grid from up there, which was kind of a fun thing to do. I'll show you a little bit of what I had to do to build it. We'll go up there to do it, though, because to build down with these grids is not the most straightforward thing in the world. Let's go in the base and get some food. I'll use the teleporter just because. Although I guess I could go in and grab cookies out of the other storage. I should probably also think about maybe putting cookies in a storage up here, too. So that, and then, turn the light off. Couple of iron. Actually, we need more than a couple. Let's just, well, let's deal with these things first, actually. Posters, because I have posters. Poster K. Let's see. Can I put this, like, maybe just up there? So that's a Hydricus, which is that creature. Yeah. Kind of interesting. We have two of those. And again, for now, I'm just going to put them in here, and we'll move them around as we decorate the other rooms whenever we get around to that. The rest of this stuff can go in the storage, I guess. Definitely those, this, that, this. That's just a generic chip, but we'll put it in there at some point. And then BP chips, yep, in there, rather. So back down, grab some iron. I don't know if I want a full bag of iron, but maybe like half or so. Yeah, that'll be good right there. And then we can, I can go show you this, and then we can get things going for the new rocket site. Actually, I don't know that I actually need that much iron. So if I come out here, this is what I did. If you build out, we'll say a couple of spots here. There's no way to build under. Even if you like come over here and you try to build like under there, there's no way to build under. As it seems. I mean, you can make them clip each other like this and some other things, but they snap, but they don't really snap under. Even if you stand here and you look down, they don't snap under. You don't ever get the lock, which is kind of annoying because I would love to see that. But what you do get is the fact that there is only green glow within the bounds of the tile you're standing on. So like that's 1 meter off, or 1 unit off. You can see that because it's outside of the lower bit of the frame there. And you can kind of see it that way, and you can see it this way, and you can see it this way, and there's 1 off either way there. But you can see that you're off by 1. I'm calling it meters for lack of any better name. So all you have to do is really just build that. But then what do you do? Well, you can try to build another one of these, but it tries to clip into the one that you just built. So then you have to delete the one you're standing on and drop down onto the one you just built. And then do another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, on and on and on until you get all the way down to the to the beach, which was, I don't know, several dozen probably. Oh, I can't reach that from here. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, in that case, do this, and then do this, and then do that. And then do this, and then do that. Okay. And then let's go over here and check you. Super alloy, super alloy, super alloy. So the dolomites are crushing just fine. The 2 we have crushing dolomite down there are handling the dolomite output just fine. The issue now is super alloy. But that's okay, I think. And hopefully that means we're making some more, and we have made some more pulsar quartz. But I don't know why those aren't going over here to the rock. Oh, the rocket's gone. It took them. Okay, good. And you are just a fake purple? Okay. So the rocket did eventually get the pulsar quartz it needed, and it took off at some point. I thought it was still here. It was still here the last time I checked, but obviously it went at some point. I'm going to take this teleporter first with us, because we're going to go down and do those things. Is there a way to turn off the going to take off automatically thing? No. All right. Is there a way, or how do I want to do? I think I'm going to take the big rocket with me too, because that's the big guy. That's the one that's hardest to fit. But we also need to find a way to hook up that to something too. How full are you still with crap? With crap. Actually, give me these uranium rods. Hold that iron for a minute. Give me these uranium rods. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to send this guy off too. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. And then let me have that iron back. I know it probably came and picked some up, but it's okay. I don't mind. As long as I didn't lose enough stuff for this, which it needs 3 iron, and for this, which needs no iron, we're good to go. So let's drop back down to the beach and start placing these things adjacent to the platform that I started. We're well ahead or well away from our base there. Oh, I didn't show you guys the other part that I did. We're well away from the base here, so this can kind of go right away here or anywhere. I think we'll just do this kind of here-ish, as long as I can get it to snap to these grids, which I might have to build some on top to get it to snap. Yeah, it's got to be taller. All right, that's fine. I can do that, because the tops will snap. Actually, they don't snap. Never mind. They don't. This here, let's see, you are on that side. I don't really like that. It's floating the stairs, unless I can just do... Well, I don't want to do that either, because it's a double stair, unless I can put two stairs next to each other, unless. I don't like that. Not happy with that one. Can I reposition this some way that it can be underground? Like, oh, I just saw it. Nope, that's not it either. Down. Down, boy. Well, you don't want to snap to that, because you want to be up there if you're snapping. Maybe this just needs to be further out then, and I just need to do more grid coming out this way with these, or for this. Maybe I need to put it closer to the river. Try that, maybe, because it's not really falling. The land's not falling off as much as I hoped. And I didn't test this because I wanted to do this kind of live, but the issue is that it's not gonna snap to those properly because it's it doesn't like this spot. I could maybe put it up this way though. That might work. Because it's higher ground, maybe I could instead of going down, I could go over and snap it over here. Maybe. And then because the other stuff we can kind of just fill it in, I think, kind of wherever. I'm less concerned about those. Like right about in here. Oh, I use too much. I do too much. I go too far. And once we can get this position, then I can figure out where I want the teleporter to go. So I'm going to put the portal generator wherever I put the stuff at, too. Kind of like major grid stuff. Over more. Over more. I may put too much in there. That's where I would want it. Maybe I put too many here. See if that helps any. That snapped. Hey, you're going there. I'm not fiddling with it anymore. That's perfect. And that kind of fits where the trees are. This might actually be okay. Because then I can just put the other rockets in between here. And trade rockets, that is. And as well as the portal generator. And then have the whatchamacallit, teleporter kind of right in this area too. So the rocket launches from this side, which is kind of good also. So we could just put in our, is that corner part of the, yeah, I didn't realize I didn't have a corner. Did it always not have a corner? Huh. I may just put the teleporter right in this area, and then put the trade rockets in right in this area too. And we're out of water. We can go get some. We have a beach. Beach. Oh, some of the trees have reached out further here. Interesting. And then this teleporter can just go right in here. Ah, rocket's back. That means we need to go quickly and stop it from leaving again. Stop it from picking up stuff again. So we can take its stuff downstairs. Come on down. Down. Sorry about that. And you've got another 5 minutes left. And we need to also be prepared to put up the a booster for these. I almost forgot about that. Welcome back. Disabled. And turn that off. Alright. Make sure the bots aren't going to fly anything over here. It looks like they're not. Kind of surprised they're not, but it looks like they're not. And there was nothing in there. I didn't order anything the last time. Let's go ahead and take this out. I don't know if that one will let me dismantle it, but I don't want it to. I don't want to do it even if it lets me. And then maybe I'll just keep the truck thing here then, in this area. I guess we could take the portal generator too, although I have these things on there, so I would need to unload this stuff. Let's go put this trade rocket in first. Actually, I'm going to grab the stuff to make 2 more. Maybe the stuff to make 2 more. Yeah, we should be able to carry that. Plus the stuff to make machine optimizer. So let's see. Circuit boards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then explosive powder for the other thing. 1, 2. Osmium. Uranium rods. 1, 2, 3 of those. Uranium, iridium, super alloy rods. 1, 2 of those. And then obsidian. 1, 2, 3 of those. If I counted everything correctly, we need 1, 2 rockets. And then fuses for the trade rocket. We have 3 of those, which is perfect. We're going to put those... We're only going to have 4 of these, not 8 of these, but we're going to put those... or put that down in between or around. And I do have a few more iron left, which should get me... Plus, we can dismantle some of what we have here. So let's just drop down. I guess I could have taken the teleporter, but dropping is funner. Unless you have fear of heights and falling and things. Okay, so let's take out actually these that I use as a connector. And even these that I use as a base. Now let's leave the base ones here, just in case, because I don't trust myself that much. I'll accidentally dismantle the. Well, I have a few of them put up, so I probably won't accidentally dismantle anything. Too much, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. For now. This. How do I want to position these? Why won't you snap to that? What does this look like again? Oh, the ramp is in between. Huh. I was hoping to do these kind of like in a circle, for lack of a better word. I guess we still kind of could. I just need to pull it forward of this. So something like that. Wait, didn't I bring enough stuff for any more of those? Oh, I don't have the control key held down. I have shift held down instead of control. Using control. Let's see. And then if you go there... I actually want the other one, which is totally not a waste of time, but I actually want this one moved forward by 1 more. I gotta get up there and... Oh no, I don't have to get up there and take the other one, or stop the other one. We sent it off manually. This goes back and around like this, and then you can go there, and then the one that just came back will go pointed that way. I want to connect these all together with one of these, and then put one of these right smack dab there in the middle. With the 3 trade rocket thingies. And then we'll put the portal generator maybe like over here or something. Let's teleport back up. Get that other rocket. Welcome back. Good. And then the portal generator. I think I could probably just dismantle this. And leave those guys floating in space there. And then clean them out separately. A bit later. Well, I didn't get to click on it, but that's okay. There. And can I put you, like, over here? Portal generator. Snap there. You will. Do I want it? Where's the stairs? Where's the computer? Yeah, that's good right there. I like that orientation. And then the trade rocket here can go this way. Is this like a little flower then? Oh yeah, I think I can get rid of these now. I'm pretty safe. This could use an additional stair, I guess. I don't think it's gonna let me snap them. It may not even let me place them properly. It won't snap. Will they place properly? Wish I could almost see that better. Kind of. That's how they snap, though. Like, they fit, but they also don't fit. They have that platform at the top. I think that's about the best you can do with them. It's not as bad. That'll work. This one, too. Use another little bit of stair. I like that you can just sink these in the ground, though, at least. It's helpful. It's a little bit further off. Oh, yeah, that is further off. Can I fix that? No, that's where it is. Grid or something wise. It is what it is. That one's fine. And this one over here is fine. Actually, it's really good. That one there is good. And the ones coming off of this are good. That's kind of what I wanted for my rocket site. Just because that gives us access to all these things. Now, of course, I don't have enough production probably for the Pulsar Quartz, but we're going to actually make that down here. We're going to move that down here to be made down here. So, actually, I will wait to set that up until we move it down here. Let's go back to base. And let's do this and this. And that. And then we'll obviously need to have storages down there for all of those things. And I probably should just do the fancy storages because they're still small enough. So where are those at? Those are here. Those take, again, super alloy and circuit boards. Wait, the Pulsar Quartz needs, I've already forgotten, 5 different items? 5 different items. Okay. Actually, I wonder if I should do the same with super alloy rods. Maybe I should. And sell those too, just so we don't have a backup of super alloy, since we are getting it from the uranium and iridium stuff. So 5 of those. And then this needs 2 more. Yeah, I think that's probably the way that I should do this. So let's see. I can get rid of that and get rid of that. Circuit boards. Ooh. I don't have enough room for this. Make room. Those and these can go in there. Wait a minute. Not all of those. That's all right. We needed 5, 6, 7 of these. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Polyosmium I need. I need 2 more super alloy rods. I'll just take them from here. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. I think. And then I still need some iron to probably build some grids for this. Let's teleport this time. Variety. Rocket site. We also need some water. I might have wanted to get some food, but I'll do this anyway. Oops. Okay, so let's build this. Maybe just back here. Oops, I was holding the wrong button again. start with that. Let's put both of the crafters right in here, kind of in the middle. Be like back to back. There. There. I'm gonna put the space there because you can't really see it right now because of the because there's the seam. It's totally useless and obnoxious of me doing it that way, but that's why I'm doing it. And then we'll do super alloy rods. And you will supply all at normal. And we'll do Pulsar Quartz, and you will supply all at normal. And then kind of around them, we'll need to do all 7 of those storages. Storage Wally. There it is. So I think I will just do 7. Let's put one out here. It's going to be totally obnoxious also. It's the best way to do it. There. I guess I could angle these in at a 45-degree angle, but I'm not going to be that obnoxious. There. I gave myself too much space here, too, but... enough space to kill myself with, I guess, or hang myself with. Totally wasted my time, but I did it anyway. Okay, so here, let's do super alloy. And we'll do this at lowest priority. Same thing over here for demanding aluminum, lowest priority. And then this would be like uranium. This would be like iridium. These other ones would be... I guess I did that backwards, though, didn't I? Switch those around. That one and this one. These other ones would be osmium, zeolite, and methane. It's fine that that did that. Osmium. Zeolite. And methane. I guess I should have labeled them, too. Methane. Somebody's working. This was zeolite, right? Yep. This was osmium. And by putting these at lowest priority, they're going to effectively be overflow chests. So basically, the equivalent of... uranium? The equivalent of, like, when we're shredding certain things. This is what we're doing instead of shredding those things, basically. But this was... which one were you? Aluminum? And this is super alloy. Right. And then without them being made upstairs, now we can have the demand of super alloy rods at lowest priority. And this will demand from the rod maker, i.e. this guy. But it will also only demand them if the rod storage upstairs is not full, because it's at a lower priority than the rod storage upstairs. So again, it's kind of like a sink kind of idea. So at the moment, super alloy rods is full, so we should be getting them down there. At the moment, Pulsar Quartz is full, so we should be able to get them down there. That's assuming that everything is flying in, which it's probably not, because this is going to need to fill up with uranium before we can, before any uranium should show up down there. Let's see. Yeah, Dolomite's actually backing up now, a little bit. So, but we also need more bots. We're going to have to do some dolomite shredding. Yeah, we need more robots. But we're ready for that too. So this is what I did off camera since the last episode. I just kind of did a little corner here of these and put a door on the end here. Put these two tree domes in here so that we can have double the tree bark getting made. And then that, of course, just leads here into the base like we had tested last time. So we're going to need another shredder or dolomite, at least one more. And then we're going to need more bots. So let's do this and that. Actually, I need to go back down to the beach. Because I need to also set some of those rockets up to sell the Pulsar Quartz. So demand Pulsar Quartz at lowest priority. This should have been enabled. Yeah, so you got one picked up there already. And I don't know how I want to handle all four of them yet, kind of what a balance would look like. So I think I'm going to leave them to do their thing. So the bots, if we had enough, should come down here. It should grab these rods and take them over to there because there's not anywhere else to put them. So now we need to do that pressure, and then we need to do some whatever it was I was talking about that I've forgotten about now. Geez, Wally, what else was I saying that I needed to do? Cobalt times 2. I have no idea. Oh, bots, that's what it was. This will go here. I think I didn't, but I can take that out now. There's no more of those left, except for the ones that I have stashed in that box, hopefully. Hopefully. So you're going to demand dolomite, normal priority, and you're going to supply the dolomite teardowns at very low. Supply everything at very low. All right, and then bots. So we need a couple more robot stations. That's these. And I have these already. 2 more of those. Let's see. Osmium rods. I forgot the chips. And then uranium rods. No, super alloy rods. And then those should come in pretty quickly from what the bots have crafted. Or at least they'll be the next 2 that are crafted. Go outside, out the back, I think. And I'll put these over here. Again, I might do a little bit of rearrangement of this stuff. But this will work for now. Line those up. Yeah. Right, and then you're going to demand robots. I think that's all we need to do. Normal priority on that. But did I feed them in manually? I guess I did. All right. In that case, they should all be demanding of those. I don't know why. I must have fed them in manually. And I don't know that the priority needs to be really set for that. The other 2 were on highest. That's fine. These are on medium. That should be fine too. And then I want to make 50 robots because each one will hold 25. But I'm going to do that in an auto crafter. Just because I don't want to stand there and have whatever it is the robots cost. Actually, I should have looked at what the robots cost. Whatever it is the robots cost here. Rockets, circuits, super alloy, and explosive powder. That's 4. I have room for 45, so I'd only be able to make 11 of them at a time. And I have to make 50. So I think it makes more sense to do this as an auto crafter. Kind of the on-off auto crafter, which I don't have one right now. So let's just do an auto crafter, which was 2 cobalt or 2 osmium and a super alloy. But I'm still gonna kind of watch it get made because I need to count them. I need to make sure it stops at 50. So I will do that off camera, and in the meantime, actually we won't need this methane anymore. We won't need this methane anymore either. I can supply that out because you're using nitrogen, right? Wait. Yeah, here's nitrogen. So we don't need this methane anymore either. Let's change this around, and then we'll supply that out at highest priority. I don't know if 5 is really higher than highest, but we'll send that out, and that way it gets used down at the beach or wherever. And I will make these 50 robots between now and the next episode, and then we'll come back and we'll do some more Terraformation Index stuff. Maybe if you guys have suggestions on where I can find that other, that possibly other poster, then we'll give another try. Maybe we could just go out anyway and visit the other crash sites. This one, that one, this one, and then the one in the wall. But if you have specific thoughts, maybe we'll do that one first or something along that line. But for now, we'll leave this here, and we'll see what happens next time. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye for now.